Hello. Hi. Hello. Welcome to Soul Sounds. This is a Soul Sounds guided meditation journey today to help you restore within and amplify world healing, as we all are probably feeling it right now. There's definitely a need for an anchoring into some peace and healing here today. I'm Lauren Avriel. I'm an energy intuitive and a guide for empaths and sensitives, helping you to get connected with you, your higher self. I founded Vibe Artistry Entertainment Network, VAE, broadcasting a higher vibration for the lightworkers and activists who are here to change the world. So if you were drawn into this broadcast, there's never been more of a need for that on the planet right now, just shining your light, kindness, empathy, compassion. It really does make a powerful, powerful difference, even though we've been conditioned to think otherwise. Really, your heart, your love, your caring, your generosity of spirit is one of the most powerful things. It makes a mighty difference when two or more are gathered, the energy expands. Studies have even shown gathering together like this in meditation, wherever there's been large groups of meditators, focused on peace and healing, that actually violent crime rates go down in those areas where those meditators are focused. And there's even studies that indicate up to 80 to 90% reduction in instances of injury and death wherever meditators, large groups of meditators, focus their energy. So never underestimate how powerful your love is, your caring, your focus, your attention. And when we come together like this and invoke a field of coherence, it can really start to change things, ripple from the inside out. That's how we really create change, from the inside out, not the outside in. I know, make changes in the outer world, try to create change and make it happen out here. It's actually the other way around. What we shift within us, it then sends a great ripple outward. But I'm just gonna start by giving you these keys to help you navigate these times and kind of touch a little bit on what the themes are that are coming through to help you really drop into this meditation and get the most out of it. We're gonna go over a little bit of just what you may be feeling at this time in the collective, in the world, global events that are ongoing, and just acknowledging you for being here and acknowledging the valid emotions that might be coming up for you at this time. And then we're going to go into 3 keys to help you navigate these times, ways that you can really start to shift things for yourself in your life, get back into alignment, get back on track, become more effective, more focused. And then we're going to go right into the guided meditation journey, about 20 minutes. Just find a nice cozy space. So we have people joining us today from all over the world. I know we have the US, East Coast and West Coast. Hello, shout out. We even have people joining us from Europe. So hello out there. So to begin, I'm gonna just start talking about where we are as a world and what's coming up in the collective consciousness as all the things that have unfolded in world governments and across different nations here in the US and other countries in the world. And one of the things that I just want to remind you that is very easy to forget with all the doom and gloom, end of the world, apocalyptic kind of narratives going on. It can certainly feel that way. I feel you. But really what we're seeing from an energy intuitive standpoint is the clearing of the shadow, the density, the heaviness, the trauma that has actually existed on this planet for thousands of years. So it's not getting worse. Things are not getting worse. They're just being revealed. They're actually rising to the surface. It's always been here, all this ugliness and darkness, but now we're really seeing it more clearly as these things, this truth comes to light and things are being exposed. That's what's happening. And so it actually works the same way when it's happening on a collective level, or if you're doing a one-on-one healing. That trauma from the past has to come to the surface, and it has to be held with healing energy, light, love, compassion, a certain frequency, so that it can transform and transmute. And so that is what we're actually seeing, and it can be very difficult if we're not aware of that we can kind of just get caught up in the storm instead of staying anchored in the center as the storm spirals around us, right? Like how many of us, I feel you, how many of us have actually gotten caught up in everything. It's very easy to do right now. So taking moments like this to pause and come back to your center is really helpful to be the most effective in your own life and really just like anchor the vision of what you want to bring into the world. And on that note, there was actually a piece of information that came to light about today. This is actually part of a day that was prophesized about over 30 years ago as an opening. They said an opening of a gateway into a new world. So we're right here on the precipice in these very shifting, very unprecedented, but now we're all tired, right, of hearing that times, that we're all living in. But there really is an opportunity to decide for each and every one of us. That's your point of power, your free will. Okay, I see what all of these people are creating out here. What am I creating in here? And let that ripple out into your relationships, into your career, into your family, your community, and then city, and then nation. And that's how real change is manifested, made manifest. It starts from the inside. So never underestimate the power of that, of coming back to you, and just how much your focus and energy and intention can actually start to shape things, because we're all connected and it all starts to weave together. Things are just seeming to be getting worse, but they're actually just uncovering. And even the word apocalypse, as many of you I'm sure know, in the Latin translates and means revealing. So we're in a time of revealing of truth, and ugly truth, a lot of it. And one of the ways that you can help re-anchor yourself, right? So one of the things that I've said is self-care is actually an act of revolution, because it expands your ability to respond, right? If we're burnt out, depleted, bombarded with all of these heavy instances and events happening, it starts to deplete us and our capacity to be able to show up and actually be effective and make positive change, right? So the more that we can come back to ourselves, the more that we expand in our own life and help expand the world. One of the things that I wanted to do is to really just honor and acknowledge every part of you, that no matter where you are or how you're feeling or how you've been feeling, that all of you is welcome here, and it's all valid. If you're feeling it, it's valid. So just take a moment right now to kind of like connect inward to your own energy and just kind of feel into your body right where you are. And just take a moment and ask yourself, how have I been feeling? How have I been feeling? What's the predominant feeling that has been coming up? And see what arises, see what comes up for you. So just in an acknowledgement of where we're at collectively as an energy intuitive, just tuning in, there were 5 main emotions that I have felt coming through the collective energy worldwide. And I just want to take a moment to presence them and understand that it's all valid, and each one of these feelings, it's, there's nothing wrong with you. It's a normal human response to the levels of trauma and atrocity that we are seeing. The first one is grief. So grief can happen around a lot of things, mainly loss. We're seeing a lot of loss. We're seeing a lot of loss of life. We're seeing the loss of an old way of life, an old paradigm way of living, as systems are becoming more and more unstable, right? So the first one that I want to acknowledge is grief. And grief can be a doorway. When you work with grief, you can actually, if you lean into those feelings, you can actually begin to transmute and transcend that by feeling it. And if you are connecting with any of those feelings that you might be feeling, I just want to commend you for your courage, because it's actually a really courageous thing to do, to feel, and to actually feel the humanity in all of those things that are happening, and to our fellow neighbors and people around the world. And it's very important, and I'll explain why, is because when we have the courage to feel things head on and actually face the reality, then we can begin to transform them. Then we can begin to move that energy and start to lift out of it. So some of you watching this may be the lineage keepers, the ones in your lineage that are the cycle breakers, that actually come through and begin to shift things for your lineage and for the world, because you're the first one in your lineage to be courageous enough to actually sit with the reality of how broken our systems are, of how our ways of living are not working, and begin to change them for the better. So the entry point to that is to feel it, is to face it, is grief a lot of the times. So thank you for being courageous enough to actually go there and actually face these things head on and feel those emotions. Number 2 is rage. I like to call it my sacred rage, because anger and rage actually have a purpose when they come up in your emotional body. They're alerting you and letting you know, hey, this isn't right, something's wrong here, this is a violation, this is a boundary cross, right? And we all know how important it is to have healthy boundaries. So that's information, and it's really important information, and it's what leads a lot of us to stand up for what's right. Right, so our sacred rage can actually be an asset to us if we know how to wield that fire properly. That's a key there. You don't want to go into a blind rage and just lash out at people, right? We want to be really conscious about how we're standing up to injustice, right? Standing up to these abuses that are being revealed. You know, we can't sweep abuse under the rug. We have to really face that, and it's about learning how to have that outrage and then direct that fire constructively, not destructively, not destroying, but creating what you're creating with that, to use it like a passionate fuel in your life. So that's number 2 is rage. So we're honoring you if you've been feeling that anger. It's very valid. Number 3 emotion that you may be feeling at this time is anxiety. Anxiety is a big one for a lot of people. I definitely feel you there. And it's no wonder. We have a lot of systems, a lot of governments, a lot of news cycles that are constantly emphasizing instability. There's a lot of financial instability. You could be experiencing this as panic, any kind of fear, worry, doubt, stress. All of those things are normal and valid to be feeling at this time, so I just want to honor that as well. This also, anxiety very much affects the nervous system. So as we experience these things and it stresses us out, it can start to dysregulate, right, our whole energy system. And so that's another way in which coming to meditation, coming back to ourselves, our natural rhythm of life, right, getting back in sync with you can be very helpful in navigating. Number 4 is numbness and shutdown. So not feeling anything at all. That's also valid. If that's where you find yourself at this time, I just want to recognize that that's also very valid. So sometimes when we get bombarded with like all of this trauma and news about trauma and atrocity and war and all of these heavy things, compounded by, I'm sure, all of the stressors building up, in so many of us in our regular everyday lives, the nervous system can go into shutdown. They actually call that dorsal phase, where the nervous system kind of, that's a way that it can cope. So if you're not feeling anything, if you feel like you're having this like inability to function even and can't really bring yourself to do anything, it's kind of a little bit of a trauma response with the fight or flight, freeze or fawn. It would fall into the freeze category, and it's normal. I just want you to know that that's normal to experience at this time. About, oh, it's laziness, you're not doing anything, procrastination. No, it's not any of that. There's a lot erupting right now. There's a lot coming to light. It's very heavy. We want to be gentle with ourselves, and we just want to acknowledge that if you feel shut down, that's okay. Take time for yourself, do what you got to do for you. Experiencing apathy, numbness, shutdown, that's just par for the course in what we're in right now. And just if you move gently with yourself, your system will start to recalibrate when you work with it in a gentle way. You don't have to like shove yourself out of it or snap out of it, right? Like you can just acknowledge, oh, okay, I'm in shutdown right now. Like, let me just gently, start to move with this energy to get myself a little bit back up and running. Number 5 is disorientation. So another one that you could be feeling right now that I'm picking up on in the collective very strongly is this feeling of just being very disoriented, scattered, fragmented. It's very hard to focus. We don't know which way is up. Like, what's going on now? What's over there? Squirrel, right? Like, it's like that. You could feel very confused, a lot of uncertainty. It's just this very frenetic, scattered energy. And a lot of that too, just so you know, comes from the news cycle. That some of that is intentional, the constant re-traumatizing of the public. It can actually start to fracture fragment our psyche a little bit the more that we get bombarded without stopping of like, then this happened, then this happened, then this happened. It can become very disorienting. So if you're feeling that and experiencing that, that's also valid. And just know that this is how you know that we are in a time of profound transformation and change. Sometimes feeling disoriented means that we're first disorienting in order to reorient ourselves into a new way of being. So be aware of that's actually sometimes can be a positive signal that we're actually just, if we're feeling lost and we don't know which way to go, we don't know what to do, it's actually because we're in a time of a reorientation into something new, something that's going to be far better than how we were living in the way that we were moving before. So those are my top 5 things, acknowledging you for what you could be feeling. And I also just want to acknowledge you may also be experiencing hope and excitement and joy. I know there's a lot of Aries energy running right now. It's a lot of motivation, go, do, lots of fire energy, spring energy, springtime, about new hope, new possibilities. So that's also valid. It doesn't have to be heavy emotions that you're feeling. We're celebrating you if you've been picking up on these threads are also coming through of new life. Renewal is very much in the air as well. So that's really exciting to tap into and feel as well. Before we begin the meditation, I'm just going to give you this quickly, just these 3 keys that came through to help you navigate these times. If you're experiencing any of those emotions, these are just some things that you can think about, reflect on, that might really help you move through in a more easeful way. The first one is honor the process. It's a process. It's a marathon and not a sprint. And when you have that perspective, it's a lot easier to know, like if you're trying to make things happen real quick, probably not going to happen that way, because a lot of the shadow that we're seeing come up in the collective right now, it doesn't even just go back to 1948 or World War II. It actually goes back to, about 13,000 years ago. Not even just 2,000 years ago, like all the way back. It's a very ancient shadow that's being excavated and brought to the surface, revealed to be healed so that it can finally be transmuted and cleared off this planet, this kind of heavy density, warlike energy. So be gentle with yourself and pace yourself, right? It's a marathon. Pace yourself, go at your own pace, and connect with your own rhythm of life. With that perspective, it's much easier to be like, oh, it's a marathon, not a sprint. I have to remind myself of that all the time, and to just pace yourself. The second key to help you through these times is discernment, specifically being wise and discerning about what you give your attention to, right? As we all know, the classic expression, where your attention goes, energy flows, right? So, what you believe, what you follow, what you listen to, what you engage with, what you invest your time and energy into, notice and ask yourself, is this draining me or is this helping me? Is this constructive and helping to lift me up, or is this just a waste of my time? Like, where am I investing my energy, and being more discerning and in where you place your energy and attention and what you really give your time to, because it's precious. And that goes across the board, not just for like social media and news, but also jobs, friendships, events you go to, anything. Is this lifting me up or is it draining me and bringing me down? And really being discerning about what you give your time and attention to. And also, I just want to say, in terms of news, yes, it's important to be informed. We don't want to stick our head in the sands and pretend, like nothing's happening. But you can even work with that in a balanced way and discerning, okay, I'm aware and that's what I need. And then taking your energy back, and now here's what I'm going to do and what I'm choosing from my point of power within, from your free will, to choose how you constructively respond to that instead of get caught up in the reactionary energy. And the third and final key for these times to help you navigate is self-compassion. Self-compassion. It goes along with self-care and self-love, but it's just really being easy on yourself, This is a hard moment for humanity, no matter where you are or how much money you have or where you come from. It doesn't matter. Like, this is a very hard moment for humanity, a very unique time in history. So be gentle with yourself, give yourself grace. You're not doing it wrong, you're not behind. There's no reason to beat yourself up. Like, you're right where you need to be. And just being here, just your presence is so important, really. And it really matters. Like, your presence here really matters. And never underestimate the power of that just even one single person can make. We've seen individual people make enormous differences throughout history. Just one single person, really bringing light, bringing love, can create ripple effects through entire timelines. And so it's really important. And there's a lot of shadow factions that would like you to believe that, love is weak. The kumbaya, I call it the kumbaya bashing, right? Like, that fluffy stuff doesn't really do anything. Oh, yes, it does. And even just from my own personal experience, I've witnessed, I can see energy, and I've seen people to the, untrained eye, it just looks like someone crying and another person consoling them and having compassion, just, not saying anything, just being there with love. And I literally could see a field of energy, I'm not even kidding, about 20, 30 feet expanded beyond their body, like start to transmute and take down energy grids of shadow. I was like, oh my God, holy shit, are you seeing this? It did help that person was trained and some, they had a lot of practice working with spirituality and study and such, but that wasn't even it. It was just that their heart was so big, and that compassion they felt for that person was so huge, and the energy of that rippled out. Within moments, it shifted the entire energy in the room. And so I've been blown away at how I've seen these kinds of things unfold. And you might think, oh, no big deal, it's the least I could do, just to offer that kindness. But to somebody else, that might be a lifesaver. You may have just saved that person's life. Like, that may have been the turning point for them, So don't underestimate the difference that you can make, especially when you come from your heart and you really care. I'm reminded of Lord of the Rings, which of course J.R.R. Tolkien wrote when he was, reflecting on World War II and Nazi Germany, that, Gandalf the Wizard says it's not these big gestures that make the greatest difference and keeps the darkness at bay. It's actually the everyday small kindnesses of everyday folks. So we really, leaning into that, remember just how powerful one voice can be. Yeah, acknowledge yourself, be gentle with yourself, self-compassion as that third key, and acknowledge how far you've come. We've been through 2 recessions, a global pandemic, 2025. We've been through so much. So just, in this moment, I just invite you to pause before we go into the meditation and just reflect on how far have you come? Look at how much you've already overcome just to be here. Just pause and think about it. Wow, I did that. Oh yeah, I got over that too. Just like whatever's popping into your mind of like, when I say those words, like, look how far you've come. Like, just take a moment and just like really notice, yeah, you overcame that, and you know what? Whatever's coming next, you're going to overcome that too. And, believing in yourself is really, I believe in you. If you're here, you're part of this global community of light workers, even if you don't call it by that name, activists, light workers, people who are caretakers, who genuinely care, sensitives, empaths, that just people of good heart that really want to see the world move into a better direction for everybody. And so we thank you for that, and we thank you for being here. And with that, we're going to go into the meditation now, and I'm going to just, before we begin, I'm going to pull 3 blessings to also kind of focus in your energy. You might have an intention that you might like to set for this meditation of what you want to get out of it. I encourage that. Maybe it's just like one word. You're calling in more love, more stability, peace for the world, global peace. We're going to fill ourselves in restoration first, right? We always give from a full cup, and then from the overflow toward the end of the meditation, we're going to expand it out, all of that overflowing good energy to our neighbors, our friends, family members, loved ones, anyone who you think could use a blessing. And then from there, also different cities or areas of the world that also shining our light out so that they receive that love and that light and that healing blessing as well. Yeah, so I'm going to pause here. If you have any intentions, if there's a word coming up or an intention you're calling in, I'm going to pull 3 from my blessing bag to kind of like anchor in what wants to come through for this meditation today, for this broadcast. If you're watching it live or on the replay, this is for you. Okay, so the first blessing for this collective, for you tuning in at home here, that wants to come through, the blessing of alchemical magic. I don't know if you can see that there. The blessing of alchemical magic is coming through for you today and for our broadcast. Alchemy is transformation. So really transformational energy, the art of turning something heavy and dense like lead into gold. So that's really powerful right now. That's really the intention of what we're doing today. We're amplifying world healing. We're transmuting this heaviness and moving it back into coherence, peace, balance. Okay, we're gonna get 2 more. Wow, okay. I know a lot of us are feeling this one. The blessing of prosperity and expansion. Prosperity and expansion. So that is things like financial abundance, money, stability, and expanding that. So if you've been calling in financial prosperity and greater stability in that, that's definitely coming through for this broadcast, for the energy. We have alchemical magic, prosperity, and expansion. One more blessing for this Soul Sounds meditation journey. The blessing of new opportunities. New opportunities are coming in. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. New opportunities. So yeah, that makes sense. We are on a new horizon here with the dawn of spring. There's opportunities here. You're not stuck. You have options. There's opportunities here coming in for you. And it's just about being open to it. Opportunity for me is always, sometimes there's these things in life that are like a blessing in disguise. So we see it as an opportunity and it's like, okay, like what if I look at it, like what's the opportunity here? Okay, I can pivot and shift. So that's something that's been happening a lot. Anytime we make any of these like seasonal shifts, it's really an opportunity to shift and renew. And obviously with that together, prosperity and new opportunities could be coming in for financial growth and stability as well. So yeah, we're gonna go right into the guided meditation now, having those blessings in mind, along with your intentions and our intention for world healing. I'm just gonna put on a little background music. So right where you are, you can be seated or lying down as we begin the guided meditation journey to restore within and amplify world healing. And I invite you to close your eyes. You don't have to, but whatever feels best for you. If you're lying down, often you can receive the effects a little bit deeper. But whatever aligns for you in this moment and feels right is just perfect for you. And as we bring through the soul sounds, which are frequencies of light that arise spontaneously from my heart center, from the seat of my soul, from my higher self to yours, just allow those sounds to wash over you like music. There's nothing you need to translate or interpret, just whatever it evokes in you. It can be an image you see or something you feel or sense. Whatever you feel or sense, however you feel it. Sometimes people get like a warm sensation or a cooling. Whatever you feel is just right for you. And to begin, I invite you to take 3 slow, relaxing breaths at your own pace. And as you breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth, on your inhale, just fill your lower abdomen to overflowing like a balloon, like feeling it rise on your inhale and sink on your exhale. Just taking in as much as you need of that breath of life. Imagine breathing in life force energy, revitalizing and restoring yourself. There you go. Breathing in peace and comfort, and exhaling any tension or tightness or apprehension, just letting it go. Anything you've been carrying in the past days or weeks or months or even years, just watching it melt away. On your exhale, just letting it go, exhaling it out. So by the 3rd deep breath, you're able to feel just a little bit calmer, more soothed. There you go. And if you have any thoughts arising, just let them be there. Just let them be there. As you flow, feel your breath moving and flowing. There you go. And allow your breath to guide you inward towards your heart. And just feel what comes up for you. Whatever is there today, and allow yourself to be okay with where you're at today. And I'd like to invite you to use your imagination as you're getting into this relaxed and cozy space. And just imagine this warm ball of light beginning at your feet and moving up, scanning across your body. And as this warm, comforting ball of light moves across, it relaxes and softens and just melts away any stress or density or heaviness or heavy emotions that you might have been carrying. It just lets it go into this ball of light. So as your feet are feeling this ball of light, just think in your mind the words relax completely and totally. And then feel as your feet just relax. And then visualize, see that ball of light going up into your calves and ankles, to your knees, and up to your legs. And just think in your mind to your legs, relax completely and totally. I am safe. I am comfortable. And watch as your legs relax, as this ball of light just shines this melting energy. And it continues to flow up to your heart. Relax completely and totally. Relaxing even deeper now, naturally and effortlessly. Allowing the breath to move slowly and easily, breathing in that life, energy, restoration, exhaling any heaviness, any remaining heaviness. Good. You can allow yourself your own process. On your exhale, you can let out a sound. On your next exhale, just whatever feels right for you. Coming deeper into stillness, peace. There you go. There you go. Just really letting yourself feel the sensation in your body. Bring your awareness to any sensations calling for your attention. And just feel your own love from your heart, just going to those places with that self-compassion. Gentle ease, extending grace to those parts of you that are weary. And letting them relax. And just letting that ball of light take anything that's left, anything that's still that you're feeling, any disruption in your field. Just let that ball of light remove and clear any of that heaviness. You can see yourself sending it to that light, and that ball of light just getting bigger and bigger. And then we're just imagine that ball of light rising up and up and up, taking with it all of that stress that you just let go of. And it goes up and up and up, all the way to the sunlight, the light of the sun, until it disappears completely. In that light, gone. Hu makalaloy no atoawe Bakaliwanawe malawe. Imalauna leyu. Nanu mayu. And just allowing anything, any stress or tension to just leave your body as that ball of light dissolves into the light of the sun. And then your next inhale, breathe in the light of the sun. Imagine it pouring down the tops of your head as it cascades down your forehead. Drink that light into your mind, golden light of the sun, clearing any worries or doubts, cascading down your shoulders like a liquid golden light. And breathe in that light, let it fill you to overflowing. Take in as much as you need of this golden, prosperous, golden light of the sun. That sunlight that gives life to everything on this planet that you are always connected to every morning, that it shines for you. Think it, feel it, know it. And so it is. And as you breathe in that light of the sun, just notice as that energy starts to drop down, cascading down, filling your heart. What happens there in your heart center? Just allow that light to fill every cell of your body now with life. The life force, love that brims from the deep within all creation, all life on this planet and beyond. Allowing that life force energy to restore, revitalize, uplift your emotional body, soothing your mind to peace and clarity, knowing that all is well and all will be well in your world. No matter what is happening, no matter what is going on in the outer world, you are connected to all that is, connected to all of creation and all of the life force of Mother Earth and of Father Sun. The light of the sun filling you to overflowing. The Ra that brings you new life. And on your next inhale, imagine breathing up from the soles of your feet as if you were a tree and you could send your roots down from your feet into the heart of Mother Earth, Mother Gaia, the beautiful, majestic, ancient power of Mother Earth, all of her mountains and trees and rivers and waterfalls, the gorgeous, divine life that's brimming, alive on Mother Earth. Imagine you could breathe that all up, all of her crystal caverns, breathing it up through your feet, into your ankles, into your legs, stabilizing you. How the earth is so solid, rooted like a tree, like a mountain, bringing you stability, grounding you in sacred peace. Good, that's it. Knowing that you are supported and held no matter what's happening in the outer world, in the human world, as your feet step onto this earth every day, Mother Earth is holding you up. She has got your back. She is creating every day an abundance of wealth. Waters, her flowing rivers of waters, ever cycling, renewing, with ancient intelligence far beyond any human understanding. Makiana kalakature makash kuru karashma, kekianga hala kuru tango turu branda kakiana, himaluitu nalayu, himalui himulawe hunawe humaleu, kimahiu lamalina kiumaleu, kaluhi umalina lawi. Just allow yourself to breathe in all the way to your heart, up through your legs, through your abdomen, all the way into your heart, filled to overflowing with this supportive love of Mother Earth, holding you, rocking you like gentle ocean waves of her mother oceans. As you are a child of the sun, of the light, of the stars, just as you are a child here living in the womb of Mother Earth, of all creation, heaven and earth flowing from above and below into your heart. And on your next inhale, breathing in that life force from the sun and the earth, the An and the Ra, and know that you can create this heaven on earth here. You are the bridge between heaven and earth. Fill yourself to overflowing with that sunlight, God light from above, and that beautiful, majestic nature of the beautiful landscapes of earth that we live in. And as you feel that overflow pouring out through your heart, feel it going down your right arm and sending it out your palm with your well-wishings and blessings to all the other people on this broadcast, live and on the replay. Your good wishes to them. Just let that overflow pour out. Good. And then in your left palm, in your left hand, receiving that blessing in your left hand. Breathing that in, that well-wishings from your neighbors, from all the other people on this broadcast, live and on the replay. Taking that in. Past, present, future, makes no difference, all connected in the now. Just taking in that blessing. And as you take that in, feeling the connection between all of us as we rise into a column of light. Imagine this overflowing light from heaven on earth forming a column of light like a pillar from the bottom of your feet to the top of your head, going from earth to the stars, so that you become one big column of light, one big pillar of light. And our entire group here that's connected to this broadcast becomes one huge column of light. And from that light, we shine our heart light out to the center, and we send a blessing to any of your friends or family members or loved ones, to anyone in your community, your neighbors. Just sending that light to them now. Nakula tukalu itenkyanga. Malua tukuru kuru 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 maku maku maku. Imawa kuru tukush makali kala ka ka ka. Namulu tu la mutalu. Kamulu latakunat ka ka ka. And as we're sending that blessings to the people we care about, we extend those blessings out even further, sending this light out to all the areas of the world that need blessing right now, all the war-torn areas, invoking them into the center of this circle. All of the people who are hungry, all of the people experiencing hardship, Makianga, halaka, halaka, halaka. We surround them in this ribbon of light. Makulu tu kurush maka, kuruku, kuruku, kuruku. Invoking safety and peace for all of their families, loved ones. Malu kalwa kimo taka kutu mashutu mashutu. Invoking the energies of life. Makuru taka ka ka utu mawa tua tua tua. Surrounding all of these areas that are in conflict. Surrounding all world leaders that have lost their way. And bringing in the energy of balance and wisdom to guide humanity out of this darkness and back into light, transmuting alchemically any shadow, any darkness, any depravity. Makitu bakala wetu anuashtaka motori baka. Natuda katue meas maruas kiris kiris makosh. Galuetu kurush makash. Nebereas karua tua tua tua. Just imagine visualizing, seeing all of those people now freed from that hardship and that pain, freed from that terror, expanding into peace, light, restoration, repair. New opportunities arising to begin to shift out of all of this heaviness and despair and back into hope, peace, and light. The light emerging now, guiding hearts and minds toward repairing, toward neighborly love, kinship, restoration, understanding, forgiveness, repair, humbleness, reverence, respect, mutual respect, kindness, empathy, compassion, divine compassion and empathy of the bodhisattvas for all life, filling all of these areas now in the world. Reverence for all life, filling all of these areas of the world now, all of the people, remembering again the sacredness of all life, all people, all human beings, no matter what nationality, ethnicity, skin color, race, gender, all being held in the divine love of Mother Earth, the divine love of God's source, light, creation, nature. Makiana kiana pururapa kurutama we kaluata we ema makura watu pakalama imeana. Sending this transmission of all of our love and healing frequencies rippling across the world like ocean waves, clearing and cleansing any of these heavier frequencies completely out of the field. As if they were never there, dissolving back into the origin of peace, truth, love, divine love. That is your birthright. That is your divine essence from which all life began in the primordial waters of the womb. Remembering again the light from which you come, and the light and love that you bring. It's the most powerful light that is within you. That kingdom of God that has been spoken of that is inside you. And every heart that remembers again to connect to this love, this empathy, this grace that is always here for you. You need only follow your breath, the breath of life, inhaling again that peace that is just one breath away, remembering your connection to the stars, to the sun. The sun, our great central sun, life giver of all life to our planet that shines its light to all, and the earth that supports you under your feet, holding you up every day with all of its life-giving food and sustenance, growing green in our fields. You are a child of it all, supported and held. Remembering again the truth of how supported you are, even through these times, no matter what is happening in the outer world. We are always with you. Hakalawe tukanu atamaka, kiwamaka watuawa. Angelic love coming over you now, blessing you with this peace and remembrance of how loved and held you always are. Connecting into that energy again, so you can be at peace, embody peace, and spread peace and healing to this world, restoring it back into balance, into true greatness and light for all people and all life. And so it is. Seeing it, knowing it is happening now. All of these areas receiving this love. And every time you come back to this replay, more and more light and love is sent. More and more ease and grace continues to anchor. And more we expand into ease, into peace, into healing, into balance, equality, equanimity, symbiosis, mutual respect, building the foundations of new earth that is safe and prosperous for all. And in a moment, I'm going to count back from 5 as you're seeing this vision of this world that's possible, that's happening now, that's being birthed out of the darkness, out of the ashes of the old. Seeing that vision of the world of light, of joyful people gathered, laughing, loving, connecting, prospering in all ways. Hold that vision in your mind in the coming days and hold it for yourself in your own life as we all rise together. 5, just feeling really good all over, feeling really at peace. 4, getting really quiet now within, integrating all of these energies, watching that column of light that was shined out start to come back into your own center, your own inner column of light within yourself. 3, feeling peace and calm. 2, your eyes beginning to open now, fluttering open very gently at your own pace. And 1. Relaxed and clear, restored, and holding great peace now within. Good, welcome back. Take your time. Take your time coming back from that journey. I know that was only 20 minutes, but you might have begun to feel that shift start to happen. I was definitely feeling and seeing the light shining to other areas of the world. That was quite a powerful column of light that we had going there. Thank you. Yeah, if you're feeling it, I invite you to just take a moment for yourself first to write in a journal or a piece of paper just what came through for you, what you were feeling, seeing. It's okay if you didn't see anything at all. Maybe you felt something. Maybe there was an emotion. Just whatever came up for you. Sometimes we go deep. Sometimes people can just feel really relaxed. But just noting it, because when we journal like that, really helps to ground the energy. As you're coming back and acclimating, just let me know how that was for you in the comments. I read every comment that you post. I would love to hear how it landed for you. You can also reach out to me on Instagram or Facebook, send me a message. I always love hearing from you guys. And if you did feel that you got something really powerful from this and you want to give back, donations are always welcome, but it's totally optional, only if you feel called. I'll put the links below in the description. And we have a special offering for you guys today. I'm really excited to share with you. We listened, we heard you guys. Every time we do Soul Sounds, I always get this feedback from everyone. Do you have any recordings? Is there anywhere where I can get a recording? So yes, now we have recordings that you can get in our meditation library. Right now we're featuring a really, really special meditation transmission that we did called Reset and Flow in Ease. Setting the sun on past anxiety and rising into a new dawn, rising into your new beginning. And we led this meditation at Mystic Journey Crystals right here in Los Angeles and Santa Monica. It was really powerful. We were in a room with these huge crystal geodes, really beautiful. If you know, you know, if you've ever seen these like towering, tall, huge amethysts and crystal quartz. And so the frequency in that transmission was so powerful. It was amplified with that crystalline light. It was a very light energy. Just the response from that meditation was, I had people literally texting me the next day to be like, oh my God, I'm still feeling it the next day from that meditation. Just anchoring into new levels of alignment and clarity. We did a whole new music soundscape with it. That's really beautiful. It takes you on like a very deep journey. And I'm just actually really blown away and really humbled by the feedback that I've been getting about it. The way it's been helping people move out of a really dark place. Like if you feel like you've really hit rock bottom or just there's no hope, just reset your energy. It can really be as simple as just 30 minutes of coming back into alignment and remembering again that, yeah, it's okay. It's normal to feel these things and there's hope here. And, just those little shifts can really make a huge difference. I'm so amazed how powerful it's been to move people into a lighter space and reset their energy and begin to flow into alignment and see things clearer. They'll be able to let go of the anxiety and the trying to control, trying to make happen, just really get connected to the natural rhythm of life, the natural ease and flow of creation. There's a natural rhythm of nature that doesn't struggle. It's actual life force here. When we align with it, we can co-create our lives and move forward in our life in a much more easeful way. As a special offering, as a thank you for being here today and connecting with us and sharing your light and shining your light to the world in this world healing broadcast. You can use discount code LIGHT8 and get $8 off at checkout. So if that calls to you, I invite you to check it out. It's available now in our online store, vaenetwork.com/store. And I'm excited. We're going to be adding all kinds of really potent, there's a few more coming soon. But yeah, I'm just really blown away by how that reset and flow meditation has really been impacting people at a very deep level and helping them move out of very heavy spaces. Thank you to everyone who's already received that and shared with me how that's been helping you. I'm really very honored and very humbled to be able to offer that in the way that it's really been helping people in their life. So yeah, so if you do check it out, always feel free to message me, let me know. I love to hear how these meditations land for you guys. All the links to that, to check that out, will be in the description box below, in the comments. I hope this was helpful for you, and I'm just sending you love, sending you light and appreciation. Thank you for being here and shining your light. It really does make all the difference, and I hope to connect with you again soon.